Minalouche representing the Coolmore team. Now 9-4 joint favourite with Taboog. Grandera on the near side, green sleeve jacket, slight colour change as they jump out for this Coral Eurobet Eclipse. Bach in the white with the white face, one of the first to go on, white cap, another of the pacemakers. Brosh on the inside, Darwin going up there strongly for the O'Brien Ballydoyle team, but it's Brosh for the Godolphin team that holds sway on a blistering early gallop from Darwin. Bach in third, and they are clear then of Grandera in fourth place. The principals well off this early gallop. Endless Hall towards the rear. Taboog is two from the end, then Medicean, and Black Minalouche is last and must be 20 to 25 lengths off the pace. Well, whether this strong gallop is exactly what's required, it may be too strong. Brosh from Darwin, then Bach in third, Endless Hall with the white face, Grandera, Taboog seeing plenty of daylight out wide in the all blue of Godolphin. Medicean one from last under Kieran Fallon, and Black Minalouche and Mick Cannan a long way back in last place. Taboog's stable companion Brosh continues to lead from Black Minalouche's stablemate Darwin in second place. Bach is third as they make the right-hand turn, and the front two, they're going almost too quick. They couldn't make the turn. Back in fourth was Grandera. Bach nips up on the inside of Darwin to go into second place, but Brosh remains clear as they straighten up for home. Followed by Bach in second, then Darwin, Grandera within hailing distance. The others have got to move. Medicean in the red jacket, then Endless Hall, Black Minalouche and Taboog being driven along now as the leaders begin to fold in front. Brosh strides shortening. Bach takes over from Grandera. Medicean, Taboog on the outside. Black Minalouche trying to stay on as well inside the two. It's Bach challenged by Grandera. Medicean under the whip. Black Minalouche staying on a bit, so is Taboog, but they've still got to find more as they run down towards the final furlong. Grandera on the outside of Bach. These two battle away. Now Medicean begins to reel them back with Black Minalouche and Taboog well inside the final furlong. Grandera does. Medicean thrusting down the near side. Medicean got up to win it. From in second, Grandera. Then Bach on the far side. Taboog and Black Minalouche all very close in the end. They were a long way clear of Brosh, followed back by Darwin, and Endless Hall eventually finished last of all. A frenetically run Coral Eurobet Eclipse Stakes. They went off so fast, the pacemakers, in the early stages, and halfway up the home straight it didn't look as if any of the principals were going to get there in time, but Medicean has stayed on best in the hands of Kieran Fallon here, continuing a fine day for Sir Michael Stout in the red and white colours with the blue cap, the colours of the Cheveley Park stud. Medicean winning his third race of the campaign after other group victories in the Lockinge and the Queen Anne, and he's stayed on best of all here despite the step up in distance from a mile to a mile and a quarter, and he's needed to stay in what was a really strongly run race, getting up to beat Grandera in the closing stages. Bach just running out of steam. Taboog and Black Minalouche just couldn't get there.
Well, I mean, this is why, you know, these top trainers employ top jockeys, and, you know, both you know, Kieran Fallon and Michael Cannan and Frankie, you know, they've all taken their time and not been fooled by this early pace, and, you know, once they get halfway up the straight, they start to pick them up, and let's give credit where it's due. Medicean, I mean, if ever they were going to find the chinks in his armour, it was here, and he won this through staying.
The ground looked to just move a little bit underneath him. I don't know if he had that much rain, but the further he went up this hill, he seemed to be getting a good footing. At this point, Grandera just about got the better of a fantastic battle with Bach over on the far side. You couldn't have believed that it wasn't going to concern those two, the finish, but then came Medicean late on the scene and takes it where it matters. And Taboog running on again, looks for all the world as though he wants even further, or maybe just a little bit more use made of it. But a really good race. Whatever your bet, you'd have had a good run for your money, and you couldn't